I think it could revolutionize the way we get around the city.
They've already shaken an old-school industry to its core and are about to head into court with the city's licensing and standards, but nothing appears to be stopping Uber Toronto, who are poised to launch the next phase of their game-changing ride-share program, UberPool.
Prices are near transit prices, so it's extraordinarily affordable. You can go from here to downtown for probably $3 or $4. So people love the prices, and people love the social experience of it too.
So this is basically how UberPool works. You order your ride through the Uber app on your smartphone, start heading to wherever you're going. Along the way, your driver will stop and pick someone else up who's heading in the general direction that you're headed. How's it going, bro?
Good, you?
Good, good. Now there's 2 different pickup points and there's 2 different drop-off points, and the best part is you each save about 50% off the base fare.
There's many trips in Toronto that go from similar start point to a similar end point around the same time every day.
You're down with carpooling?
Down with carpooling, I guess, if you have to.
I mean, I was skeptical about UberX at first, having some random guy pick me up in a car, and then I did it once and got over it, and it was great.
UberPool has already been launched in Paris, New York, and San Francisco. In Toronto, the plan is to use new and existing UberX drivers who use their personal vehicles to pick up fares. But this is a company facing a court injunction filed by Toronto's Municipal Licensing and Standards, along with 36 bylaw infractions. Concerns have also been raised about passenger safety. Discount UberX drivers currently don't possess a city-issued taxi license. Uber says their driver background checks are thorough and are promising a unique rider experience for those willing to give UberPool a shot.
If you take an UberPool ride, you've signed up for it. You've specifically requested an UberPool. So you know someone will be in it. So we encourage people to say hello, get to know one another. It's a cool way to meet people in the city, and it's a cool way to save money on transportation.
Are you ready to regulate this industry with the city?
Very open. I think regulation of this industry is the future.
Driving to a brand new tune. Uber is the controversial Toronto taxi startup facing a court injunction filed by Toronto's Municipal Licensing and Standards, along with 36 bylaw infraction charges. But Uber tells City News they're ready to work with City Hall.
It should be the case that the city can check in on safety, ensure that public safety is being protected, but at the same time allow for innovation, allow for competition.
A lot of the controversy revolves around UberX, the discount service that has drivers pick you up in their personal vehicles that currently do not have a Toronto taxi license. But there's also the more expensive Uber taxi option. Those drivers are licensed.
I've used Uber many times, and I find it works well.
It's a city divided on what to do with Uber. Mayor Tory agrees regulations need to be in place. He's already met with the taxi cab industry and says plans are in the works to meet with Uber.
We have to modernize our system of regulation to take account of the fact that technologies like Uber are here to stay. They're here to stay not just in Toronto, but in every city in the world.
But the city's own Municipal Licensing and Standards Division sent us this statement today highlighting the divide in opinions. The city previously met with Uber to explain the licensing regime that applies to all operators in the taxi cab and limousine industry. Uber has elected not to comply with the city's bylaws, which is why the city commenced a court application. Uber's expansion of its business with UberPool is a further contravention of the city's licensing requirements. The city is unable to comment any further since this matter is before the courts. Now, Uber Toronto and MLS staff will be meeting in court this May. In the meantime, Uber says they're looking forward to meeting with city councillors and the mayor to find some common road and set some regulations for the growing rideshare industry. At Yonge and Dundas, Adrian Gabriel, City News.